Hello, hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go ahead and get these links posted. See if anybody is paying attention. Live streaming the market crash. Hey everybody, I am live streaming this crash. Another bloody day. Isn't that right? Couldn't be. Well, the markets are open, huh? Let's go ahead and do this. I'm down 3%. I'm not going to be able to take any profits today. My Ford is down 14%. ARCG is down. That's the December calls. It's down 12 already, but that's okay. Those are a little bit more tame because they're further out. My ARC-K is actually up. Interesting. Palantir is down 17%. It's still dropping off. I'm going to pick up some more of those. Shaking my head is still up. Glad I took the profits on those, although I wish I had taken this one as well. Lemonade, vertical spread down. Lee is I'm probably going to get assigned on those, so that's okay. LAC is actually up a little bit. Space might get assigned today too. And the Apple Leap, well, it's not a leap, it's a January, next January. It's down 20%. Good thing we got out of that Apple yesterday. SBE is 45, which is better than it was negative like 50 yesterday. I think we trimmed one of the contracts for negative 51. Good morning, everybody. How much of this can we blame on Texas? I'm also wondering, but I don't know. I'm from Texas and I have a house there, so my parents are telling me it's not good. Also, I had a client cancel because one-on-one because don't have any power. But hey, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. If you guys see any news, I haven't had time. I've been on 2 calls already, so this is we're starting a little bit late, but I think I made the opening bell. Things I want to do today is see how much damage we're going to take here and start dollar cost averaging into probably Palantir and maybe try to get back into the ARCG. Maybe ACIC, get some more of those. We're trying to get those at 15. Maybe that's the first thing we can do is just set some limit orders. Oh, it's actually up today. 16.50. Okay, well, we're making a little bit of money. But let's get 50 if it drops down to 16. I don't think that's going to be... I think that might not work, but I'll do good for day, buy it. I already got 50 shares. Could pick up some more. Let me get my screenshot thingy ready. But so that's good news. At least we got 50 of those in time. So I'm gonna just go ahead and take a screenshot of this and get this posted on Twitter as ACIC limit order at $16. See if we can pick up a few more of those. Might not be able to, but that's gonna be okay. Oh, it's starting to drop a little bit, so you never know. Maybe should have done that a little bit lower, but we'll see. I have some ideas once everything chills out a little bit, because the opening bell is always a little bit hectic. But once everything chills out a little bit, I'm going to let you guys know some ideas I have. I always go to Plantronics. What is this? I literally type in the exact ticker, and the first one that comes up, it's okay. That's gapped down quite a lot. Interesting. Palantir, buddy, old pal. It's in the bottom part of my buy zone right now, so we're probably going to go ahead and pick up another one of those. Let me refresh my memory which one I have. It's a $30 August 21st. $30, huh? Seems okay. Till August. I think that probably gives us a decent amount of time. So let's go ahead and dollar cost average that in. $25 right now. So options, August, $30 right here. It's down. Let's go ahead and try to pick that up at around maybe $5.90. Let's try to get one before it goes down more. Let's go ahead and enter that in. That's just one contract because it might go down more. I don't want to expose myself too much at this current level. But I will keep dollar cost averaging these contracts in. So hopefully we can get two of them now. Yep. So that's posted on Twitter already. And what else? Lemonade is down 3%. How am I doing right now? Okay, it's getting a little bit better. 2.6 down now. Okay, what else can we do while it's cheap? You never know, guys. It might be bouncing. So I kind of want to pick some things up while it's cheap. But don't pick up too many things. Get one contract. Like the Palantir, we just got one more. And then it also, if it goes down further, we just get another one. So we're just going to average all the way down. Don't go in too much right now. Where's the bottom for Palantir? That's the golden question. Get a little snow in the south, everyone loses their mind. Yeah. I lived in, beside living in Shanghai, I lived in Texas all my life, and never happened like that before. What are your thoughts on Canadian 420 stocks? I don't have any thoughts. I'd prefer just ETFs in general because I don't want to, because spending my time researching things, I prefer to spend time researching things that I understand better, and those things I don't really. Same with genomics. I prefer just to get an ETF, ARKG, the 420. I'll just get the THCX or MJ or maybe the Canadian one. I don't know a Canadian 420 ETF. Maybe you can let me know. Sounds interesting though. What are your only calls on Palantir or any comments? Yeah, I think both is okay, but since I already had a call, I'm just going to go ahead and get another one. But I was thinking about that actually. Nice lights. What's the occasion? There's no occasion. I just thought about putting some things on the background. I needed some stuff over here, and so I bought these lights mostly to fill in this space. But they were pretty big, so it stretched all the way across, but it's cool. On the videos that I make for YouTube, it has a 90 degrees, so it would be much wider so you can see more of the background. But I think it looks pretty cool. I like color things. I also got this tree. Finally came in because it was Chinese New Year and nothing ships. Like can't get any packages, can't get any mail. So I was waiting a long time for some of these lights, and my mic I waited a long time for this little white feather tree. Just trying to make it cool, make it more interesting. I feel like that's the trend. It could be a fad, I don't know. But a lot of YouTubers have these cool lights, so I was like, I gotta get some cool lights too. Yeah, it ends on Friday. The Palantir lockout. Anyways, let's continue this. Ford down 10%. I don't mind dollar cost averaging the Ford because it could be interesting. This DraftKings is just annoying me. The DraftKings vertical spread is not that bad. ARKG. Could get into some more of those. This is the 95. Could be interesting. Get another contract to this. December 17th. ARKG. Let's see it. Let's pull it up. Yeah, That's interesting. Well, hold on here. Yeah, it's broken the support a little bit. I'm feeling all right about that. That was the furthest one out to the position was in the money. Yeah, we're going to try to get this for 20, maybe 24. We could try to get it for 24. 2,400. What was my cost basis so far? 28.50. So that would be cool if we could get it for 24. I don't know if we will be able to get it for 24, but we're going to go ahead and put that order in and see. I'm not in any rush. You never know. It might go down more tomorrow. Who knows? The Texas thing, I mean, at least we can just tell ourselves that it is because of the Texas disaster. The frozen tundra of South Texas. ARCG, that's going to be a December call. Yeah, we just tell ourselves it's because of Texas and not because the markets are actually going to crash because they printed too much money. But yeah, to be honest with you, I don't think that's happening right now because they're still printing more. So I don't think that. I think if anything, it's going to run up to the next stimulus. Speaking of which, when is that coming? I could use another $1,400. Yeah. Thanks. Did Palantir buy for you? Looks like it's having some recovery. No, it didn't buy for me yet. Palantir 30, no. It's still at 590. Yo, it's already up to 720. Is that? Oh, 665. Anyways, I'm not going to rush into this. I'm not going to raise my price. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't hit, then my other call that I already have is going up, so it's fine. I'm not going to rush into that. I'm tempted to do... ARK is doing alright. Man, that Reggie is... Oh, that's selling the put, yeah. I was about to say, down 35%. SMH, it's... I wonder what Lee's doing. Yeah, well, we're looking like we're about to get assigned here. And that's okay. That is totally okay. ACIC 17 now? Really? It's not bad. We have 50 shares. It's not all that much. But, hey. Kind of called that one. A little bit late to the party, but hey. What are you going to do? Sometimes we're just a little bit late. I would not recommend getting into those positions so late. Although this one was a SPAC. And it's supposed to merge already with Archer. So as far as SPACs go, I put them all as a 5-level risk. But as far as they usually go, this one is already pretty good. Because I mean, look at the SPACs. You know, in the recent history, like in the last couple of months, half a year, usually they run up to 30, 40, 50, right? So this one's 16, 17 right now. It still could be interesting, but again, I'm not going to rush into it. I rushed a little bit to get those 50 shares, but you know, I think that's a calculated risk, and it's not an option contract, so I think it should be fine. But generally, I wouldn't really recommend that. But let's see. Not much going on. It's just going to be another one of those days. Our options are turning from mostly green to mostly red, but hey, that's what happens when the markets just go down the toilet all of a sudden. When the Texas turns into a frozen tundra. Apple is just really sucking it up, but hey, it was already sucking it up, and then the markets just jumped off. So of course it's going to suck more. But overall, it's not looking so bad because we're about to do some cool things here. I have an idea. I have 2 ideas actually that I've been thinking about. And yeah, if I was looking in the Discord and someone asked about, it was the iron condor. Somebody asked me somewhere about an iron condor. So I was like, well, yeah, I guess I could do one just to show you guys what's going on with iron condors. Although I don't usually do them because I'll give you, let me pull out my notes here. Yeah, I was thinking about doing an iron condor on one of those Bitcoin plays. I don't have time to go back to the Discord right now to see who asked this question. But anyways, that's my thought process. So we might do that. And I know I said that I don't want to get into those minor things like Mara or Riot because I have my reasons. And if you guys are following along, you know what those reasons are. No need to repeat it. But somebody can let everybody know if they don't know. Somebody that's been following along, let them know in the chat what my reasons are for. But if we did an iron condor on one of those, then it would start to get a little bit more interesting for me. I would be more interested in doing something with one of those. Are you going to try net again? Yeah, maybe. Also Tesla, we'll talk about that later. So, yeah, the iron condor on Mars, something like that. And then I was thinking about doing a condor on Amazon. So we'll see. So we're going to look into that today. And yeah, we'll do that a little bit later when everything starts chilling out a little bit. But just start thinking about it though. The net, I think mine actually hit, didn't it? I don't even remember. So many things. The things that got canceled were the ArcG, which I already put in. ZOM got canceled. The ACIC didn't fill. And then, yeah, so I actually have the net. I have a net $90 call. It's up pretty good. So pretty happy about that one. Can't really take profits on anything, to be honest with you. I could get out of the SMH. We'll see though. I don't really want to do that. I want the markets to kind of stabilize off here before we do anything crazy. But we can definitely start looking over these. The Reggie is going down, which is kind of what we wanted. Yeah, it's just blown through our buy zone, so we're selling the put on this one. Yep, on 95 at a 95 strike, and that's until March, so we still have plenty of time. But the funny thing is, it's already blown through that. Well, it's almost at 95, so if we get assigned, I guess it's just cheap Reggie. Palantir, how you doing? Oh, cool, it's coming up a little bit, so that's interesting. So, like I said, maybe it'll bounce back down. I wouldn't rush that. Pershing is still an interesting play, but oh, okay, cool, it's down a lot. Needs to go down some more. I'd be interested in around 28. We're almost there, guys. So, yeah, don't get caught up in the hype when it's running up so much. Just be patient. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to. I'm kind of interested in. I'm kind of interested in the Tesla because I was doing some due diligence today, and it seems like. Well, it doesn't seem like, but it's. But I'm still pretty bullish on Tesla because it was pulling back a decent amount. But so yeah, I'm thinking about what to do because I actually have 100 shares of Tesla. First time catching the stream, Adam Louis. Thanks for joining us. Go ahead and check out those links in the description if you haven't already. But yeah, anyway, so I was thinking about the Tesla. I think I want to increase my position with ARK because I saw an interview today about with Kathy Woods, and she's actually buying up Tesla right now for the ARK as well as Palantir. But so then it got me thinking because Tesla's dipping. It's not dipping that much, but it's down a little bit, and so it really got me thinking on Tesla. So anyways, I started looking into it, and it seems like, well, what Queen Kathy was saying was they're like once they start the ride sharing, Tesla is going to be so far ahead of everybody because of the quality of data they're collecting now. They have so much data that they're going to be able to do those driverless ride sharing type of robo taxis, which I don't know how far that is out, but that's going to be an interesting play for sure. And Tesla will be the leader because it's going towards that. With in the future, it seems to me that it's going towards more of less individual car ownership and more of the ride sharing, more of the robo taxis. I guess that's what they're calling them right now. But they need whoever's going to win that one is just whoever has the most data. And that would be Tesla. Okay, so that's one reason. The other reason I think is because just simply the long range Model Y is about to come out. So there's that. Also the Tesla semi trucks, the driverless semi trucks, which should be coming sooner or later. And this could be a year, this could be 2 years. I'm not saying it's going to happen next month, all of these things. But I'm just saying there's still a bunch of upside people don't realize. And not to mention the network of the charging and stuff like that for Tesla. But then the last thing is the Model 2. And of course this is just rumors, but I've heard more than one person talk about it. Supposedly some insider stuff got leaked and someone got fired from Tesla because they were talking about some of these more sensitive things. But so yeah, I mean the Model 2 comes out, it's supposed to be a $25,000 sedan. I mean that's just going to be so popular in China because where I am right now in Shanghai, literally every 15 seconds walking down the street I see a Model 3 pass by. They're everywhere. Maybe you guys don't understand like how popular that is. The Model 3s, because they were cheaper than the Model S's, so many people got them here. But you probably know if you're following how many cars they're selling from the Shanghai factory and whatnot. But once the Model 2 comes in at $25,000 price point, that's going to be popular in China. So I think there's still a lot of upside. So if you think Tesla is like, oh, it's like $700 something, $800 is still too expensive, and you can't afford it or something like that, for sure, I understand. Totally understand that. So go into the ARK-K instead. But Tesla is $788 right now. It's definitely dipped down. But you could possibly look into some leaps in Tesla. $393 out. It's going to be expensive. Super. $20,000, $30,000. Yeah, it's expensive. But I mean, it's cheaper than buying the shares. I don't necessarily want to do that. I already have 100 shares, so it's fine. But yeah, you could do out of the money too. It's cheaper. Could be very interesting. Tesla went to 50-50. Don't do that though. You can do that if you want, but that's pretty far out. But I'm more along the lines of thinking of doing like this to increase our exposure to Tesla. So do an ARK-K because I'm pretty off the top of my head. Tesla is the biggest holding inside of this ARK-K ETF, and they are buying more Tesla right now. So they are increasing their position. So I think it's not necessarily a bad idea. And we have one of those ARK-Ks actually. We have one at 145 strike. Let me double check. Yep, 145 strike, January 20th, 2023. That gives us plenty of time. And we're actually already up 8%. Even though that's kind of weird because the underlying is down. But hey, what was our cost basis on that? We bought it for $41.50. That's interesting that it's gone up. Even though the underlying is down. That's just so far out. Maybe they're just in demand or something. A lot of demand for it. But anyways, if we could get it for cheap, then it's interesting for sure. The delta is a 65. It's interesting for me. 40. I don't want to do it. ARK-K has gone down, but the contract has gone up. So even though on a down day I'm paying more for the contract, doesn't make sense. But sometimes it happens. Supply and demand, I guess. So I could set it for 40. I mean, it's $4,000 I could put into this. I think it's not a bad idea. I might even do a few, because I was just thinking this over today. If I do 2, then I'd have 3 of them. It's $12,000 more, a little bit more than $12,000 position. And that would give me exposure to 65, 130, plus another 65 is what, 195 shares of shares of RK, and which in turn is more exposure to Tesla. Could be a good time though, I'm thinking, because it is down. But anyways, I want to go ahead and put that in, because if I can get it for 40, that's good. That's great. I don't know if it's going to hit, but yeah, I just want to do TIF for the day. Let's go ahead and put that in. So that's also dollar cost averaging, even though it's up. But what are we going to do about that? Yeah, pick up 2 of those if I can. All right, that's posted on Twitter. So that's my thoughts on Tesla. I was doing some due diligence into it today, and just really considering when the Model 2 comes out, because obviously they're not going to, like, we're not going to know that the Model 2 is about to come out or anything like that. So, you know, but it is eventually, something is going to come out. We do know, so it's just a matter of time, right? And once it does, then it should shoot up a lot, in theory, because the sales would just increase so much. Not to mention, aren't they going into India? Did I read something about that? I need to refresh my memory. I think they're trying to get into the Indian market. I'm pretty sure. I'm very, very, very sure. Yeah, now that I think about it. So I think overall, I'm still pretty bullish on it. I'll probably put it on the write-up for later today and set my targets and everything like that. Don't forget solar and industrial storage batteries for Tesla for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Also, I was thinking about that LIT as well, now that you mention it. The lithium is down too. Yeah. This could be a good time to buy this. Although it is trading pretty flat though. So I don't know, I'm going to hold off on that. But we have the LAC already, so I don't really want to go too much into lithium. But yeah, it's trading pretty flat. So where's a good, like, buy? Comments are, I'm pretty sure Palantir is in ARC W, isn't it? The internet one. ARC K would be more of Tesla exposure. Driverless semi sound terrifying. On the contrary, actually, it sounds great. It's much safer, actually. And you know, I was looking at it. Tesla's, like, their airbags, it deploys. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not an expert on those things, but it, like, deploys differently based on the weight and, like, the size of the person sitting there. So you could technically have a child in the front seat and get in a car crash, and it wouldn't harm the child because the airbags would deploy differently or something like that. Very interesting stuff. Vertical spreads to get in cheaper. Yeah, I mean, of the Tesla for sure. I think so. That's a good idea. But I don't need that though. How do I come up with target price for my watch list? Based on the due diligence I do, based on fundamental analysis. I'll also look at other analysts in other companies' target price just to get an overall idea of what the temperature is of this stock. And I'll read a lot of the reports and fundamentals on the news on these stocks. And then I'll do a little bit of technical analysis, see what kind of trend it's on, and see about what time frame it could go up to those prices. But pretty much like that. 90% is going to be fundamentals. But thanks for the good question, though. But anyways, let's see. Yeah, I wanted to also do print. I've been wanting to do this one, and it keeps going down, so it could be interesting right now. Especially as riding on that super trend. So let's actually go ahead and take a look at that. Do some sort of options. Oh, they don't have options? Interesting. Really? Why? I wonder. It's doing really well, and it's definitely fallen down. Overall, I'm pretty bullish on this one, so I want to pick up some. What's the price? I think we could probably start dollar cost averaging around 25 shares around 43. Let's just see how that works out. But see, how much is that going to cost me? $1,000? Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Don't do too big right now, because if it keeps going down, we want to be able to buy some more. Worst case scenario, we don't buy it, and we didn't lose money, and everything is fine. That's always how I think about those things. But I do like that one. That one's also going on my, what's it called, write-up later. This is going to be on the next write-up. It's going to be the print and also going to be Tesla. So congratulations, guys. You saw it here first. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ones that I'm kind of interested in. Always misclick Palantir. I think that's bad luck. Okay, so Palantir's coming up a little bit, so whatever. We'll see how that turns out. My portfolio isn't, and it's mostly due to what? Mostly due to, well, my options have gone down, but probably it's because of Soxol and then the tech. Of course. When they go down, they go down. What's this? Oh, that was 11,000%. That was actually the change on that 75 strike one. So it went from 1 penny to what? 12 pennies? Really? Is DraftKings up that much? No. I don't understand why it's like that. But if it is, yeah, it is. Look, it is 12 pennies. Eh? That's interesting. Can I sell it for 12 pennies? Probably not. Let's see. See if I can sell it for a dime. Why not? It's just annoying me looking at it. I don't believe that for some reason. Because, what, DraftKings is actually down. That's kind of just like an inside joke, though, for us. Alright, this joke is on the Twitter. You've been trying to sell it for a nickel, right? Yeah, mine didn't sell at 12. But it says it's 12. I even put the limit order for 10 cents. So I don't know what's going on with that. Whatever. But anyways, let me post this stream on the Reddit for everybody. Forgot about that. And once we do that, then I will get into my thoughts on the Amazon and the Mara or something. That condors that we're going to be doing. Should be fast. Go ahead and post this to Reddit. Oh, I got 950 people on the subreddit. Nice. Okay. That is taken care of. Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and get into my thoughts on the Bitcoin thing. So first of all, let me take a look at what Bitcoin is doing right now. Okay, so it's still at 52. So it's definitely getting up there. Alright. So what we want to do... Okay, my ARC-G just filled at $24. Okay. Let me take a look at that really quick. So yeah, I have ARC-G at 2. My average price is $26.25 now. Let me update the Excel before I forget about that. So I have 2. My average price is $26.25. All right. So, anyways, let's look at this. Oh, we're going down, huh? 3.6% now. Let's look at Mara. I guess we can try Mara because they have the options available. Although it's not going to be so much of what we can do, but we want to do an iron condor, and I'll explain why. We want to do it a little bit far out to maybe, I don't know, 120, 100, 200 days. September, June holes. I think we can just try this. But let's try the iron condor. Let's do something like this. So this is Webull interface, guys, by the way. So let's see. Go over to the graph. And this might be a little bit complicated for some of you guys, but look at this graph. Okay, this is just going to explain to us everything so simply. Let's increase the width so we can start seeing some profit appear here. So check this out. If we do a width of 10, so look, the first thing we're going to be doing for an iron condor is selling a put at the lowest strike price. Then we buy a call at $10 above it because the width is 10. And then we buy another call $10 more up. And then we sell another call at, sell a put. This is buy a put, buy a call, and sell a call. But you guys can see that all right here on this little graph. Also, you can look at the table. You can see what it is: put, call, sell, buy, sell. Okay. So if that makes sense. And what I did here, I just changed this to iron condor. All right. So I'm thinking about doing it starting at about 30, 40, 50, and 60 because the price is 44 right now. So it's right in the middle of that actually. So the point is, the things you're seeing in green, that's when we make money, and in red we lose money. So if Mara just goes up, or Bitcoin, I guess it's Bitcoin at this point in time we're talking about when we're talking about Mara, but if it goes up a lot, then we're going to make money. If it goes down, we're going to make money. If it's in the middle, then we're not going to make so much money. You see what I'm saying? But for the iron condors, if things stay flat, you lose a lot. But if things either go up a lot or drop off a lot, then you're making money. So I was thinking about that for as far as Bitcoin is like, well, Bitcoin is 52,000 right now. It's either going to keep going up a lot, it's going to keep going to the moon, or it's going to crash and crack to maybe 40 or something like that. So I was thinking, well, we cannot do an iron condor on Bitcoin itself, but I guess we technically could do it on Mara. So this could be pretty interesting to do. So let's just keep that in mind, and I think I might be doing that, but we possibly could adjust these strikes and width and stuff like that, but the strike is 30, 40, 50, 60. I mean, we could do down 25. I mean, we could change the width to maybe 5. And then it's 40. So if it's lower than $41, right now it's 44. So if it's lower than 41, we're making money. And if it's more than 50, about 53 and a half, we're making money. And right now it's in the middle, so we would be losing money. And the most we can lose is obviously $352, which is, that's what this contract would cost us, $352. But also the most we can gain is only $148 one way. So once it gets to $55, and this is these two, the selling the put and selling the call. So once it gets to this 55 strike, that's maxed our gain at 148. And then if it goes down past this put, it's going to max our gain at also 148. So pretty much it's like that. We either want it to go above 55 or below 40. It doesn't matter either way. But that's pretty much how it's working. Oh. So I'm thinking about it because it kind of makes sense, right? Bitcoin's either going to go up or whatever. But also we could do more contracts. It's not like, oh, it's not that much money. It's only $148. It costs us $352, but we could do 10 contracts. So then our max could be 1,500. It could be a 1,500 play. It only costs us 3,500 to get into. It's not that interesting. You know, it's not that interesting, but we could make it more interesting. 100. We could just do so many of these contracts, but we could like lower the width though, right? No. I think 5 is pretty interesting. Do 100 contracts. Cost us $40,000. $40,000, huh? But the max we can make is only 92. So we really are going to get screwed if it stays in the middle. It's not really worth it in my opinion. So I don't know. 408 and we only gained 91. Also, we could sell it. And then if it's in the middle, we make the most money. But also, that's kind of similar to a condor, which we're going to take a look at. And something that's flat we want. So Amazon. Amazon is incredibly flat. Look at that. Super, super flat. So what I'm thinking is do a condor. So I don't want to do the iron condor, we just want to do a normal condor. And we want to go out pretty far. Maybe not. Now let's just say a month out. So which strike do I want to do? Let's just say we do right at the money. Right at the money. So basically what a condor is kind of like the opposite. We are buying, we first buy the call, sell a call, and buy a call. So the iron condor had the 2 puts in it, but this one doesn't. But it kind of works out similarly. So here we are. If it stays flat, we're going to make money. So if it stays in between these two buying of these calls, so in between 32.90 and 33.05. So that's pretty slim. So we want it to be flat in between those two. That's the point. That's pretty slim, so I want to increase the width. I don't want to do all that slim. But if we go over the chart, like what do we want to do? I mean, it's pretty darn flat. I mean, that was like the highest it's been in like months. And then the lowest was right around there. So we're trading in around that range. Is 34 478 and 29.55. So do about 3,000 and 3,500. It could be safe. 3,000 and 3,500. So go back over here. So we want to do 3,000 and 3,500 actually. Let's just go do this manually. So 3,000 is right here. And then the width is going to be, let's see how wide we can get it. 3,100. Why is my strike? What did my strike just change? But anyways, you guys can get the basic point. So I was just thinking about that. We just need to get this all entered in right. So 3,000, and this is 33. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I need to move this over. That's what I was wondering. Like, cannot really see that because it cuts it off. That's the second one is 3,100. So I need to go up a little bit more, huh? To 30. So if you look right here, that's actually what I want to look at. Should have done that before. So that's what I want. Pretty much exactly like that. So about around 3,000, and then anyways, that's good enough right there, more or less. So we're looking at like that. So pretty much, if Amazon stays between, and we'll have a break even too. So it's 3,000 is 67, and 3,435. So that gives us a lot of room, which it is trading in there. So that's what we want. Hope that makes sense, guys. Maybe I didn't really explain that very well, but I think these graphs are pretty self-explanatory. So our maximum profit on this trade is going to be $9,570, and then the max loss will be $7,430. So our cost would be $7,000 on this contract, but that gives us so much room, and we could make a nice 3,500. You know, we could always move these in a little bit, and get cheaper position, which I think could be interesting. Maybe come up to maybe like 100 width, come up to a 31. I don't want to sink too much money into this, although I think it's probably a pretty good idea because it's just so flat. So 31 to 34, yeah. I think that would also be pretty interesting. Max profit is 7,500. Max loss is 24. Is that right? Seems a little bit off. But yeah, there we go. That would be a condor on Amazon. So condor, guys, is something that you think is going to trade flat. We can make money. And then the iron condor is if it either is going to go up a lot or go down a lot. You can make money. If it stays in the middle, it's not going to make money. If it stays flat. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to think about it though. It's pretty expensive. I don't know if I want to. Well, that's only $2,400. I could try it. Yeah, could be interesting. So somebody asked for that in the Discord. In the Discord server, so if you're not already in the Discord, you guys should go ahead and do that. So let's just go ahead and get that entered in. That took a little bit of time to get set up though. But it's something like that. Something like that I want to do about 31 to 34 on the iron condor. Could be interesting. Yep. So here it is. I'm about to take this screenshot and get this put in. Gonna cost $2,400. Max profit, break even is decent. It's about in those lines that we did on the technical. So it's just not good if it goes above those or below. It needs to stay right in the middle. Just stay flat, Amazon. Probably people were making a lot of money doing these condors on Amazon so far. But I just thought about it because somebody asked in the Discord, so I was like, yeah, that's true. We could look for something flat, and then the first thing that came in my mind was Amazon. Yep. And on Webull it says, you are creating a long condor strategy. You'll profit if the underlying security's price is between 3124.30 and 3375.70. Has to be in between. By the expiration date, that is. The maximum profit is 75.70. You'll lose money if the price rises above 33.75 or falls below 31.24 by expiration date. The maximum loss is 24.30. So that seems pretty good because I'm only paying 24.30, so for sure. And the max profit is 75.70. Pretty interesting. So we're gonna go ahead and place that. Amazon, and that was a condor. Didn't do one of those in a long time. The market's just been going up, but recently it's been flat. Recently, a lot of things have been flat, actually. So I was thinking about it. And then someone asked in the Discord, I'm like, yeah, it's not a bad idea, actually. But that's, you know what, guys, that's one reason why I really like Webull, is because, you know, look at all these different strategies. There's different strategies that you can do right here. You can change the strategy. And some of them I need to refresh my memory. Like, it's been a really long time since I did a butterfly, an iron butterfly, like the condor, the iron condor. Also, you can long or you can short them, like buy or sell the condors or whatever, however you want to say it. But yeah, you just look at the graph and it's kind of self-explanatory. That's why I really like Webull, and you need options level 3 to do those things. But yeah, hopefully that goes all right. Probably it will, because Amazon is just so flat these days. So overall, it's a pretty good idea. And then we could always do the iron condor for like Mara or something like that. Claudio, okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't have time to go through the Discord to find out who it was. Amazon's a cool choice. AMD was also one I was thinking of. Yeah, not a bad idea, although I'm more bullish on AMD. You know, that one I would be a little bit like, yeah, because I still think it's going to get up to $100, and it hasn't been as flat as Amazon, for saying. Although, yeah, it has been pretty flat, hasn't it? Somewhat of a slope, though. I mean, not really, but kind of. The MA is going up compared to Amazon. The MA is going up too, but it's more flat. But both are not a bad idea. It's really not a bad idea, but maybe it's just I'm dreaming too much and hoping too much that AMD is going to get to 100. But it has been pretty flat. Yeah, I would say overall it's not a bad idea. It would be cheaper than Amazon for sure. But Amazon, I've been watching for a while. Been quite flat. When do you think AMD will hit 100? Probably tomorrow. Yep, could do it. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, let's check it out. It's interesting to do change up some things, you know, do some condors, but you know, there's nothing wrong with not doing them either. Mostly, I like to sell. I like to do the theta plays. I like to do the wheel strategy, just buy common stock. But if I see something, or even leaps, but if I see something shorter midterm, can go in with the calls. But hey, if it's flat, it's flat. Wouldn't it just make sense to do a condor? So guys, if you don't already have the options level 3 available, you might want to look into that, because there's a lot of cool things you can do. And I personally like Webull, so link in the description if you need a Webull. You're gonna get a couple free stocks. They're giving away Google and Facebook right now too, so you might get them. Who knows? I didn't. I got some though. But anyways, I mean, I just really like that graph. I know some people don't like it. I heard someone say that, but and for me personally, the customer support, they always answer me really, really fast by email or this little message thing, or no, it's down here, the contact us thing. But nevertheless, let's do a shorter term. I mean, what are you thinking about? I'm interested to hear what you're thinking about. Claudio, let me know. What expiration date are you thinking about? Are you still holding SBE calls? Yeah, I am, as a matter of fact. The SBE, I have 2. Down, isn't it? We're down 4.7%. DraftKings not doing so well. Ford's down a little bit. It's not so bad. My ARC-G. Hopefully I can get another one of those maybe tomorrow if it goes down more. Also, I possibly want to look into the... Yeah, the semiconductors do keep going down, huh? Well, I don't want to take a chance, to be honest with you. Yeah, let's just go ahead and close this SMH, this last one. I should have done it earlier. I kept saying that, but can't really predict the markets, right? So let's just go ahead and close this out and then wait for it to drop further and rebuy SOXX or SMH, because those are pretty much the same things. So I don't want to risk this one going to 0 and then losing money. So might as well just close it out now. At least that's my thought process. It still is. Close at 768. Okay. Let me enter that in on the SMH. And that would have been my last one. 768. Yeah, I had closed it at 750, $12, and then 768. So we're still pretty good. Nothing wrong with that. Still made pretty good money. We made 28% on that one. So it's still alright. And then let me just get that. Oops, I didn't take a screenshot of that. That's okay, I'll just post it on Twitter anyways. What was it? SMH closed the last position for 28% profit. Yeah, so if that keeps dipping, then I'll buy it back. I just don't want to take a risk and have it go to 0 and then I'll be like, oh man, I should have closed it out, you know? That's my thought process, at least. Better some money than no money. And we're making money. We're making money. Overall, we're not making money though today, but that's okay. RK, the Palantir, we could try to pick up some. I'm assuming that it went down even more. But yeah, it's in the buy zone for sure. Yeah, it dipped back down a little bit, but how about the ARC-W? This is the one that has Palantir Holdings. Yeah, I think 174 could be interesting for a leap on this one. So, but they don't have what they have. Go back to single. Yeah, this is the one that I remember now. The delta is like weird. So let's just do a little bit shorter. We can still do in the money though. We'll still do way in the money though. Try to get a delta around 80. So 140 strike on this. Let's go ahead and do that. Put in a limit order for $49. See if that's going to hit. If it keeps dropping, it probably will. And we only want to do one of those because we're going to dollar cost average into this position. So let me go ahead and take a look at that. That order is in. Posted on the Twitter. 140 strike. That was September call. And I think it was $49, right? Yeah. All right, that one's away. April for Andy. Okay, I'm going to check that out. Lemonade, really quick. Let me do that. That's a good question. Our lemonade, we had a vertical spread on lemonade, and it is down 20%. That's pretty bad. But can't really do anything when the markets are going down this much. So good entry for lemonade. I mean, it's blown through the support, it's blown through the buy zone, so I would be looking to see if it's going to hold this. I would look to see if it's going to hold this level here, and at least trade flat for a little bit. But if not, then I don't know. We might have to start cutting some things, to be honest with you, like lemonade, which is too bad because it was up a little bit, but it wasn't up enough for us to take profit on. So this is what it is. The Lee I don't want to cut. The LAC is still not so bad. Space, hopefully we get a sign. The SBE, it's gonna have to cut this one. So cut it, what, 218? Yeah, we can try that. We're gonna have to cut it. It's gone down too much and the markets are still going down. So far, there's no reason for me to believe that it's going to be going up. And tomorrow's, let's see what's today, Thursday, so tomorrow is Friday. So that's the last day. So, and Fridays usually are taking profits, but hey. But I don't even know, because I want to go ahead and cut this one, so I don't even know if that's going to hit, because it hasn't hit yet, and I want it to hit. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Orders working. The Amazon Condor is still waiting to trigger. ARC W. DraftKings is probably not going to. The Print, the ARC K, the Palantir, ACIC. Keep waiting on those. Those are all good stuff right there, if we can pick those up. But some of these I want to go ahead and get rid of, like the SBE. Yeah, and what's this going for? It's 180. Yeah. 180, 219, what are you? I don't know. I don't know what you are. I just want to go ahead and modify this. Let's modify it down to 180, see what happens. Definitely want to try to get out of this one. Okay, that filled at 189. Yeah. We want to just go ahead and get out of that one. So let me enter that one in, see what the damage is. 2, we sold for 189, so that's not very good. $306 loss on that one, and it was 62%. So that's kind of what I expected, but the good news is we are out of that position and we can use that capital for something else, like those ARC positions or the ones that we want to buy right now. So overall, okay, my print just filled the 25 shares of print, so that's cool, at $43. Let's go ahead and look at that. PRNT. Alright, so then I'm going to go ahead and do another one at probably 41 maybe. Or even 40. Let's just go ahead and do 40, but we can increase to 75. Just in case that hits. Okay. We're going to go ahead and put that in. What is your thought on dollar cost averaging something that you don't really like holding so you can sell it faster when it has recovered again? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the idea with the SPACs. The unemployment was higher. The first time filing for unemployment was a little bit higher. Possibly the storm. Let's just do a quick Google. Well, I'm just going to do a quick Google search, try to figure out what's going on. But I assume it's a little bit of everything, to be honest with you. Stock market investors riding wave of low rates might get blindsided. Yeah. It's not really useful. Yep, Dow falls 250 points after disappointing jobs data. Weak Walmart forecast. Yeah, I mean, Walmart's in the Dow, so for sure. But the point is, it was disappointing jobs data. And probably a little bit about the storm. But I wouldn't think it would be all that much about the storm. So, while we're thinking about that stuff, let's go ahead and look at the AMD one. So you were thinking about what? Check the chat. You were thinking about April. All right, let's do it. 42 days, could be interesting. And we want to do a condor because this one is flat. This is AMD, correct? We probably would do less than 100, more than, to play it safe, because everything is falling so much right now, though. But it is coming up on this support, and I don't think that's necessarily a strong support, but the MA would come up this way. Maybe we would do like 85, 100 to 85 width. Yeah, could do it. So the lowest would be about, could do 86.5. That's not very low. What about 85 to 87? Do something like this. No. No. This is what I want to do, something like this. 84.99 could be interesting. $158 debit. So it would cost us $158, and we could possibly make $342 if it stayed in between that. So I think this could be interesting. It's a width of 5. So from 84.5 to 99.5, is that about right? 84, yeah. But it's pretty close there, though. Not gonna lie, but I think it should be fine. I mean, AMD gonna, and if it does go down, it's only $158, so we're gonna lose, so it's not that bad. But we'll see. And then it could always bounce back up into this profit zone. So it's got some risk to this one, but not all that much, I think. So let's do it. No reason not to, right? I think it's a cheap position. We can do it. So we got a condor on AMD going. Cool. Oof. Okay, that one already filled at 135. Interesting. AMD condor. But yeah, I mean, in times like this when the market is a little bit flat, do I think it's going to rebound tomorrow? Could, yeah. Usually they do. I mean, if we just look at the S&P 500, for example, it's not all that bad. My portfolio is a little bit bad right now because I have a lot of the leveraged ETFs, but it is what it is. They go up a lot, they go down a lot. But the S&P is only down almost 1%. It doesn't look bad if you zoom out. I wonder if you zoom in, does it look bad? Yeah, kind of. Although it is starting to come back up, I guess, on the 15-minute. But anyways, it doesn't look all that bad. So in my opinion, it's pretty fine. But the problem is the tech. It's, you know, but I mean, this is probably not accurate anyways. Could be more something like this. This. Could be, I mean, those, that's just my best guess at what a weak support would be if it continues the bull trend. So NASDAQ is down 1.4 right now. It's kind of similar to what happened a couple weeks ago. So, I mean, this periodically happens. Like, you know, look, here it went down a little bit. It's almost the same as now. Here it went down a little bit. Here it went down a little bit and was flat some. Here it went down a lot of bit. But you get the point. So this is not anything to be panicked about by any means. Although, if it breaks this support, then I would start to consider it. But we'll see what it's going to do tomorrow. Like, short weeks are supposed to be like this, so I don't think it's going to bounce up to the NASDAQ. I mean, this is the triple Q. I don't think triple Q is going to bounce up to 338 levels, like what it was at this all-time high. But I do think it could bounce up a little bit. Although it might go down to the support, so we just have to be prepared. But it is what it is, guys. There's not much we can do about that. But that's why we always just try to get into these just small positions. Don't do anything crazy. Sorry, I just switched the screen. Yep, Palantir, that's right. I'm gonna watch it. We're still gonna be dollar cost averaging tomorrow. I mean, there's not much you can do, guys, during times like this. But it's okay. We just looked at that spot, the SPY, QQQ. I mean, it's pulling back obviously this week, but it's not so bad. It's pretty typical that it does this because it's just been running up so much. You got to remember, it was at all-time highs. Like, the NASDAQ was at all-time highs. What was it? Like 2 days ago. So it's like Tuesday. You know. So don't freak out, everybody. It's gonna be okay. But we're gonna dollar cost average a little bit. I wanted a little bit of a correction. This is probably a little bit more than I wanted because it always is a little bit more than you want, but it's all good. So we're just going to keep watching it. We're just going to keep buying these positions that we want for the long term. I don't want to go into any short-term options right now because that would be really stupid because of the decay. Even if it turns around, it's still probably going to be flat for a day or two. I wouldn't expect NASDAQ to jump back up to the all-time high tomorrow. So short terms are not going to be good right now. We were in a couple of the short terms that we had to cut, and that I might be cutting today or tomorrow. We'll see. But that's just what happens when the markets turn around. You got to be ready for it. So most of the positions, I would say, it's just always safer in times like this when you're playing with options, because options, you always got a shot clock. You got to shoot the ball, and if you don't shoot the ball, then you lose possession. So it's just like that. So you got to be a little bit careful with options, but overall, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, today is cool. We got the AMD. We got the AMD Condor. I'm trying to get that Amazon Condor. I don't know if we're gonna get it. It's a longer term. It's pretty far out, so we'll see if we pick it up because it will have a lot less volume, I assume. But the AMD one was 40 days, I think. And that was a recommendation by Claudio. So I appreciate that. And we actually took your recommendation. And so we're in it. Hopefully you're in it too, because you're the one that said that. But anyways, I would like to watch semiconductors. Shaking my head is literally one of my favorite ones. If this pulls back tomorrow, we're going to be buying a bunch of it. Because look at this. If the last time it pulled back, which was not very long ago, should have bought it, and we did. I'm pretty sure that's around the time we got it somewhere down there. So yeah, this time we're going to be getting it again because the SMH we were turning. I think we had like 4 contracts. We turned about, well, let me just pull it up real quick. We're turning 2,500 and then 28%. So that in 2 of the contracts we sold for 100. So that's an average of what? It's like 60%, 75%, something like that. But anyway, so we will definitely be watching. And by the way, guys, SMH and SOXX is the same. So it wouldn't actually matter. I'm thinking something like this. And oh, can I see that? Yeah, ish. Yeah, looks pretty good. So I would think something like that, because that's what it's kind of been doing. It's still bullish on the super trend, so you know it is definitely correcting today, though. We're coming up out of the hole a little bit. Seems like things are turning around a little bit, like the arcs are turning around a little bit, so probably we're not going to get any of those filled, but that's okay. Seems like things are turning around a little bit, so we'll see what the market ends at today. But the unemployment was not very good, so that's unfortunate, which just really sucks overall, and I really feel bad for everyone that is unemployed because of this corona. You know, but you just gotta trade, I guess. CNC, yeah, sorry I skipped over that. CNCE. Yeah, well, it's been, that's right, it's been in my buy zone. I'm not in any rush to get this one. I probably would rather just hold shares on this because if it does bounce back up, it's, you know, it could do 100% when it bounces back up. But that reminds me, am I holding, what shares am I holding for swing trading right now? Because I usually just look at the options because that's the most pressing. Print, we did get 25 of those, so that's cool. And the ACIC, of course. Anything else interesting? That ARCW, that's a long term for me. TQQQ, I've got 1,000 shares of. One of my favorites. Yeah, that's basically it. You know, another one that could be really interesting to do the condor with is some of those REITs. There's a lot of ways we can make money in options. Because if you just buy common stock and it doesn't move, you ain't making money. Although there are dividends. But this one does look pretty interesting. If it pulled back maybe to 59, which I don't really hope it does because I've got 300 something shares, 332 shares. This is kind of like my retirement, though. I always like to think about it as that. But if it does pull back to 59, it could be an interesting to sell the condor. But let's just go ahead and check it out while we're here. One day, I don't want to do one day, but we could do, I don't know, 29 days. Could do a shorter term one. I'm down, I think, for the condors because it's just sooner that it will stay flat instead of breaking out. So I don't know. You can always think about it like that. We could always do 57 though. But let's just do 29. I assume these are going to be very, very, very cheap. Yeah, super cheap. So on this one, we probably would want to do around, I don't know, probably 58, 57, 58, probably 58 and 63. 58 and 63, something like, wow, it's bouncing off of that MA. If you want some good retirement dividends, here it is, guys. So 50, 57, 58, 63, something like that. So here's a 57. I don't want to sell it, I want to buy it. Although we could sell it. It's just the opposite, but for O, we don't want to do that. But for something super volatile like Mara, we might want to do that. Anyways, so here we go. Let's see, width. So we want to do 58. So they got a 57.5 and a 65. Is that good? Probably. 57.5 and 65. Yeah, I would say that's pretty good. Cannot do any slimmer width. So that's interesting. So it puts us right about 50. So our break even is 58.63 actually. 50. Let me confirm that. Break even is 58.62. So 58 point something like that. So there's one, and then the other one is 63.88 break even. 63 point something like that. Okay, so that's what it would look like. So anywhere in between here, we're making money. And this one is also pretty flat. We might actually want to just go ahead and increase that a little bit, to be honest with you. Although short-term to expiration, the last time it was beginning of January. How long is this contract? March 19th, the 29-day one. Yeah, I mean, just to play it safe, this is only going to cost us $112. We can make $138 if it stays in between it. So specifically in between 60 and 62, we're going to make the most money, because those were those we're selling these two calls are. But yeah, I want to maybe just increase it a little bit to 5, but see if we do that, that our max loss is 320, 321. So that's 57 to 75. So it's same as 57, but then it's way up here to 72.5 is just so high. I don't even do that. So I guess just kind of go with this one, because I mean that's just way too high. I mean, I seriously doubt it's going to break up there. This one doesn't move very much. So that's kind of interesting, to be honest with you. I kind of like this. So we could put some money on it. $460. We can make 500 maximum. You know, it is what it is, but we can get some more here. Put $1,000 on it. I think that's pretty safe. How much can we make? We can make $1,350. I'll take it. I think that's a pretty good chance, because I've been in this one a long time, and like since here. I got in at 57.48, but that was like way over here. So that one's pretty safe. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up 10 of those contracts. That's a funny one though. Wow, it is. We're just like setting records. 3 condors in one day. Can't see my screen? Oh my god, are you serious? My bad, guys. This guy is a legend. Thanks. What trade do you make? I just did an O condor. Go ahead and, if you didn't see that, go ahead and check it out on the Twitter. My bad. My hotkey to switch the scene is Q and W, so I might want to change that actually. But oh well. Sorry about that. Apologize. But yeah, anyways, I was doing the O. O because it's super flat. I did a condor. Yep. So yeah, go ahead and check that one out on Twitter. I did a screenshot of that. And yeah. Yeah. It's definitely time to add some money into the market, guys. It is dipping, although it's not dipping that much. People's just tripping hugely. People are tripping so much right now, which I'm the one that should be tripping because I got all these 3X's. But it's okay. I'm so used to Bitcoin, so it doesn't bother me so much. Although nobody likes losing money. But it's okay. I mean, it's just in time to add money. It's just to pick up extra. Usually, if you were following along on our live stream, you see that we were just adding. We're just doing maybe 2, 3, 4 plays per day, and only maybe 1 or 2 would hit. But days like yesterday and today, we're doing quite a lot because we want to put money in now. DTE on the Condor for O was 30 days, 29 days or something. Yeah. I need to do the alt thing. Yeah, I don't have a number pad on my laptop. It's a small 15-inch. I do all this on a laptop. Yep. Yeah, I know, I gotta do the alt thing. That's how it was originally set up, but that was just so annoying because I want to do it with my left hand while streaming or while making videos, so I can kind of be my own director or something. So I switched it over, but I'll probably have to switch it back though. Like a week ago, this channel had like 5 viewers on live stream. Yeah, thanks, man. That's true. That was really weird. Live streaming when only 5 people were watching us. Like, it's almost weird, like we were just at a bar or something, just hanging out. But now, and I still remember, Evan. I remember you were one of them. Seriously, I do remember that. But now, yeah, it was. I think yesterday we got up to like. I don't even remember. Yesterday was pretty good though. I think everybody doesn't really want to look at their accounts today because across the board, my what's it called, impressions or engagement has been down today. Maybe it's because the stock market's down. People don't want to open their phones, open their computers. Anyways, appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I mean, what else we can do? What else are we gonna do? Ain't much else to do. Let me see if I can get any ideas. But hey, you guys asked for the condors, the iron condors. We did a little bit. I mean, we could try to do a Mara one. I mean, I don't really like that idea so much. It's down a lot. Why? Bitcoin's down a little bit, just a tiny bit, and Mara's down. Bitcoin's down 1.2%. Mara's down almost 9%. Well, I really think Mara's either going to shoot up if Bitcoin goes to 100,000, let's just say, which is very possible. I think Mara's just going to shoot up, or it's just going to fall back down. Even if Bitcoin is flat, I think Mara will fall because it's too overpriced right now. This is just a Bitcoin mining company. It's not worth that much money. Miners don't make that much relative to how much you have to invest in it. For every dollar you invested, you ain't making very much money. It's kind of like oil. You invest so much, but per dollar you're only making a few cents. Anyways, LIT is down a lot. This could be interesting, actually. I'm pretty tempted. Nah, I don't like that. But it did gap up there a little bit. Could potentially go down there. I would say wait a little bit on that one. See how it goes. How about Callaway? Is it in my buy zone? Yes. That was beautiful. We called that up here too. But since the markets are going down, guys, I'm prioritizing picking up my the ones that I really want, especially longer terms. You know. Do I have a okay? The O condor didn't fill. The print also didn't fill. Did it at $40? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that fills. Yep. Well, anyways, we'll see. The Reggie's down quite a lot. Still not down to 95, which is my strike to get assigned. The EH one we didn't ever make a play on, although it's coming back into our buy zone. But see, that's the thing, on days like today when the markets are going down so much, just a little bit of correction, a tiny correction, but it can affect some of these a lot. So I would prefer to pick up some better things, like for example ARCs, pick up some SPY calls, pick up some ARC-G, ARC-W, ARC-F, whatever. Pick up some more blue chip type of plays, more long-term type of plays, more ETFs that you just want to throw some money in when it's down sometimes, instead of going on like EHang, because that one is just going to be more volatile. So when the markets go down, then those are going to go down a lot more. Seriously, Space is up 4% today? That's interesting. Man, just graced the top of my buy zone and bounced way up. Well, congratulations. What's our position like? I mean, we're at 22% profit, but I kind of wanted to get assigned. 46 call, I mean, I would like some space, to be honest with you. But anyways, guys, I think that's pretty much all we can do. I don't want to do too much Ellie. I want it to go down further, and I want to hold off because, I mean, it's in the buy zone, but since the markets are super volatile right now, I just want to wait a little bit, see what's going to happen tomorrow, maybe Monday, reassess where everything is. Like I said, I just want to get into some really important long-term plays right now. But anyways, TRXC getting crushed. Yeah, I can imagine. That one is a small cap. Days like today, these smaller ones are really going to suffer. That's why I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, TRXC, we don't have a position. We're waiting for it to come back into the buy zone before we want to make any decisions on that one. GMRF, I don't have any thoughts on that one. Global Medical, another medical one. I feel like there's too many of these. This one doesn't look very exciting. I'd probably pass on that. Just learned about your channel a couple days ago. Love the content. I'm learning a lot. Great, man. I appreciate it. Check out the links if you're not already following on Twitter or subscribed on YouTube. Please go ahead and subscribe, guys. We passed 1,000 subscribers, so I'm actually doing a merch giveaway. And I chose a random winner. And they never messaged me back, so I might have to choose another one tomorrow. So we'll see. Or maybe later today I'll choose another random one. But anyways, it's to celebrate that we passed 1,000 subscribers in record time, as far as I'm concerned. That was really fast, and that's all thanks to you guys. Okay, it looks like my Palantir got filled actually at 590. That's nice. Let me check that out really quick. So what's my cost basis now? I've got 2 of them. My average price is 670. So that's okay. Let me just update the Excel. So what did I say? 670. Palantir. I got 2 contracts now. Average price went down from 750 to 670. I think that's a win right there. We're still losing money on it, but it's okay. And we could throw some more money into the Palantir though. Let me just go ahead and look at that. Make sure you guys can see this. That's, gosh, every time it's this Plantronics. Maybe it's a sign. What is this one? Every time I misclick. Plantronics is a global designer, manufacturer, and marketer of integrated communications and collab solutions that span headsets, open session initiation protocol, desktop phones, audio and video conferencing, cloud management. All of those things that I don't know about. Unified communication as a service and video as a service. That's interesting. That's an old company. It was listed in 1994. Interesting. Wow, that graph is also interesting. That's gapped up a lot. Man, I was misclicking probably way down here. I should have bought it. Huh. I wonder if Weeble does that on purpose. They're trying to pump it up. Yeah, I don't really want to do anything with that. We're going to see what goes on tomorrow with the Palantir. You should choose me at random for sure. Do you have time to do a TA on Generac? Yeah, that's right, Monica. You did ask about that, didn't you? What's the ticker for this? Generac. GNRC. Let's do it. Whoa. Where's the Corona dip? Right here? Wow, that was trading at 115 and 78. So why is it going up? Generators. Oh, that's a good idea. It's a very good idea. Nice one, Monica, but I think it's too late. It's capped up a lot. I mean, this was the point where they thought that the storm was going to come, right? And then this was the point when the storm came. So now it's going to fall down. So I would probably buy around here, because all of that is just the hyped up from the. It was already priced in when the storm hit. So I wouldn't go into that right now. It'll fall back down. But as far as the slope we're looking at, it's looking pretty steep. This looks good right here. More or less. So yeah, I mean, I would at least wait until 290 to start dollar cost averaging. Maybe you would dollar cost average down to 270 or something like that. But I can be wrong. You know, who knows? That's just my 2 cents on it. It would have been a good play though before all that happened, for sure, or even just March lows. You have a Plantronics headset from work. That's funny. Yeah, it's gotta fill that gap for me. It's too overbought right now. It's probably all priced in. Yeah, post Hurricane Michael. Okay, good to know. Yeah. I mean, if you see some tropical storms forming later this year, go ahead and buy that one. Some tropical storms forming in the Atlantic off the coast of Africa, about to head our way into the Gulf or something like that, for sure. For sure, go ahead and buy that one. That's a good idea. We'll have to remember that one. So during the hurricane season, Monica, please remind me of this one. Would you DCA more shares of Solo by selling some puts? I like selling puts. How much is it down? It's down, and it's shot through my buy zone. Yeah, I mean, for sure I would sell puts. And just don't buy them. Might as well sell the puts. If you want 100, but that one's cheap enough where $700, we can probably afford 100 shares. And start selling the covered calls. Probably the IV, it's pretty high, yes, 150. I'm more interested in the backup home systems versus the temporary portables. Yeah, I know my dad was talking about, because they're in Texas right now and they didn't have power for a long time, and he was telling me he wished he had a generator, but he's too old to mess with it now or something like that. I don't know what he was saying, but he's not going to buy one actually. But a lot of people were thinking about it. But see, that's one purchase that you only make like that you only make, I mean, once or twice, I don't know, but you're only going to use when something bad happens like that. So I wonder how much those units cost though. But yeah, the whole home, the system. But see, and I was thinking about that too, the generators for the house, because I also have a house in Texas. So I was thinking, you know, I was thinking about that, and especially my dad was mentioning it. I was thinking, like, what about solar panels though? Like, what about the Tesla solar panels in the wall? You know, like, what about that? And the wall battery, I mean, like, shouldn't that be good? Isn't that a good idea? Because not only are you getting free power all year long, but during these emergencies, you still have power also. So it's kind of like killing two birds with one stone type of thing. Free power for the year. Also, you can charge your Tesla, which you're obviously going to buy, especially when they come out with the Model 2, and everybody can afford to buy one. And then you have the wall battery, and those are expensive for sure. But if you have a house and you're thinking long term, you're going to live there for 30, 40 years, you're going to die there, I guess you could say. I mean, it can make sense because they will eventually pay. They will eventually pay for themselves, but it's a while out. You know, it ain't going to be a couple year ROI. The ROI on that would be, I don't know, I looked into it though, but it's pretty long. No, solar panels fly far in hurricanes. Oh yeah, that's true with the hurricanes, for sure. But the shingles though, don't they have like the shingles that are solar power now? Buy an inverter and your car becomes a generator. That's true. Yeah, I guess so. About the solar panels. Yeah, in South Texas, get a lot of those hurricanes, but you get some insurance on them. But I mean, that doesn't really solve the issue. But it depends on how long the juice could stay in your batteries. You know. But anyways, no need to think about those things. No need to think about those things right now. Although I might do it though. Anyways, guys. Stock market is down today. I'm still down a little more than 4%. Things don't really look like they're turning around, but still have some hours left in the day. So all is not lost, but it's a good time to be picking up things. I will highly recommend dollar cost averaging into some longer term positions right now. So guys, don't forget, if you appreciate what we're doing, go ahead and send me $1 or so. It just makes me feel better, to be honest with you. Also, follow me on Twitter. We post the live trades there. Please subscribe and turn the notifications on for YouTube so you know when I do another live stream. And please join the Discord as well. That community has grown really fast. It's really awesome because we have a lot of good conversations there, I see. And thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope that your days are better than mine.